What's up, guys? For all you Modern Warfare players out there, I finally, not finally, but I'm just playing around and found actually the best melee loadout in the game. And I'm not even saying that. Wait till you see this gameplay that I'm about to show you right here. But I ask that you watch to the end because I don't have secret pictures. They're just kind of in the video along with the gameplay. So if you want to know my reasoning for it, because sure you could skip through, see the best loadouts for it, right? But then you try it and you're like, why is it not working? Just let me talk to you guys and explain why it is what it is. Right here, you're seeing this all happen because of perks. Just watch this. Oh, I saw he was behind me for a moment. I was like, more dudes, heard it. And I kept going. But anyways, so I'm obviously talking over this footage, explaining why everything is what it is, but honestly, let's just get right into it. I'm going to start showing pictures of the perks and explaining why they work. So obviously right here, ignore the you can see the picture. I didn't know that when I took the screenshot that's still there, but ignore the screenshot. But obviously we have high alert. Now this is a thing because of, if you rewatch what you just saw, that was high alert, those yellow markings. When you're running around, just running around building, that's it's gonna pop up when an enemy cannot, when you don't see an enemy but they're looking at you, so you can see what direction they're in, make a smart move. You can run into a building, right? And some gadgets that I have, if you didn't already see, that I'm going to talk about later in the video, go perfect with this. This is all these, this is the perfect loadout. Just run this perk with it, and this is the most important perk that you can have out of anything in this video. This one is what you pretty much need for this loadout. And I would say there's other exceptions, but for this perk, there's not. You need this perk with this loadout. Alright, now also here for the first perk we have, well, second perk, but first slot, we have quick fix. This one's pretty much also a need. You don't need it if you want to run something else, but if you're watching this video for advice, this one, I know most of you might not have it because it's a maxed out perk or last tier perk, but quick fix is every time you kill somebody, start regenning health really fast. Now that's just a bonus to have. You don't need it, but helps a lot. Alright, perk 3. So what I have is amped rocket launcher reload speed, but most importantly, the weapon swap speed. Who cares about the rocket launcher reload? But really, I use it because for the whatever primary gun you use, which I'll get into later on, but just switching back and forth is very important. Now, you could use something else over it, like, and the only exception I would say with this loadout is probably tracker to see enemy footsteps, but yeah, run amped. Alright, now for your lethal equipment. Very important. These perks are going to go perfect with this. You need these. So obviously, you could use Sharpenal, the perk Sharpenal, but if you're hitting your shots with the throwing knives, you really don't need it. You can collect them. Just trust me. Use amped over that so you could swap between everything faster. Very important, those perks. Trust me. Just run all those perks if you want a good loadout, melee loadout, if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, throwing knives, because you're running around with your melee, like you're going to see in this gameplay coming up. If they're too far and they're shooting at you, you just throw a throwing knife at them, run at their body, collect it. And if you're close enough, you could just melee. But basically, if you're at a medium range and you're running around with a melee like a madman, you need a throwing knife so you could throw it, get that insta kill. Sure, it's hard to use, but once you practice with it, you're going to be a demon. But yeah, throwing knives. Finally, the last gadget you need, the most important one. That's why I put the throwing knife first. You probably saw this coming. The heartbeat sensor. Now you're going to see in this gameplay I use it a lot for reasons. Now, sometimes gameplay is the best option to see, to learn from, if you know what I mean. Just watch how I use this loadout, this game. All these perks are in the gameplay. That's why I'm showing you it, and gameplay of it so you see it works. Heartbeat sensor, you see where they're at. Then you use amp to switch your weapons faster. You depending on how far they are, you could use your throwing knives. I mean, this loadout is the best loadout for melee. Nothing beats it once you get good with it. Now, sure, I die in the gameplay, but it's just gameplay. You can see how I use it, and enough with my voice. Let's get into it.
Assist your team at Charlie.
Enemy in the cargo containers.
We've lost Charlie.
the cargo containers.
We're holding 2. We have the advantage.
This is Striker 3-1. Good copy. Back inbound.
Alright guys, so real quick right here, if you're using any loadout, watch what I do here. If you're using any melee loadout, stick to buildings if you can, please. Now you see me pull out my heartbeat sensor, I was checking. If you're going to run outside of a building, that you're in, let's say you run into a building, right, because you're using melees. If you're going to leave, take that extra few seconds. If you care about your stats or winning, no matter what you're doing, whether it's winning, anything, check your heartbeat sensor before you leave the building, just to see if it's safe. Sure, some people are going to use ghosts, be aware of that, but check your heartbeat sensor before you leave it. Even before you go into the building. While you're running, just hold the heartbeat sensor out. And then you can see how far they are, the meters. I mean, it's insane. If you don't use it like that, you're nuts. But enough with my voice. Sorry guys. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Enemy at the train tracks.
Hostiles at Alpha. Go.
Also, one thing, I'm sorry you see me using the sniper rifle in a melee video. I've just been trying to use this new gun that came out ever since I downloaded the game. It's back, and if you know anything about me, for people that know me in real life, you know ever since Call of Duty, Xbox 360, first Black Ops, been a sniper's guy. So I'm just trying to get the scope on this gun. It's really hard, but if you see me get killed with it, I'm sorry.
Hostiles have Alpha. Allied cruise missile away. Friendly UAV overhead. Need backup at Bravo. We've lost Bravo. Halfway there. Keep right. Allied cluster strike inbound. Enemy UAV overhead. Securing B.
Also, sorry for so late in the video notice. This obviously works for any melee weapon. The katanas, the kai stakes, the regular knife. Does not matter what knife. As long as you got the heartbeat sensor, throw a knife, and these perks, shit, use any melee weapon you want. I personally like this sight. Just looks cool, but any melee weapon.
Target down.
We're on Alpha. Stand by. We've got 2 objectives. Lock it down.
Enemy at the shipping area.
You're needed at Charlie. Friendly UAV overhead. We're on Alpha. Stand by.
I'm reloading.
Hold all the objectives. Need backup at Charlie. You're needed at C. We've lost Charlie. Losing B. Allied cruise missile away.
I'm with you.
Hostiles are taking Alpha. We're holding 2. We have the advantage. We're taking Charlie. Losing A. Allied cluster strike inbound. Securing Alpha. You're needed at Charlie. Lost Charlie. Holding Alpha. Assist your team at B.
Enemy at the mine carts.
Securing Charlie. We're holding all points. Defend.
Move it. Changing mag.
Hostiles at Alpha. Go. We're crushing them. Stay with it. You're needed at B. Friendly UAV overhead.